Hey, hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Nawal Yamal. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Data Master. And welcome to the new playlist, Databricks for Everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a table in Databricks. There are a couple of ways how we can do it. The easiest way is by using a UI, but for that, you need to upload the files in the CSV file, CSV or JSON file in your volumes. So what I have done here, I have just created a volume called a raw CSV files a volume, and I have uploaded one CSV file called Spotify songs.csv file. I can preview it from here, but in most of our real time use cases, most of the real time scenarios, all our data is in our either S3 or it is in our ADLS or a blob storage or a Google storage. So we will make a connection by using a storage credential and external location. And once that connection is made, you get a path. So once you get a path, you can write a query. There are few functions where it helps you to create a table. So one is by using a UI, as I mentioned it. Now I'm going to show you. Second is by data frame style. So if you are well versed with PySpark, you can start writing a PySpark reader API, create a data frame, and then use a writer API to save it to a table. That is the second way. The third way is we have a function called a table valued function, that is a read files function. With the help of that, even you can create a table by simply writing a SQL query. I'm going to show you all three ways: a UI, a data frame style, and then the by using a read files table valued function. All three. Okay. So I am assuming that my files are in my volumes, but in your case, it should be in your cloud storage, and even we can make a connection to that. So here, if you click on these three dots, you get an option called create table. I'll just hit on create table here. And here I'm going to choose my catalog as a data master. I'm going to use my schema as a bronze schema. And I'm going to say this is my Spotify songs using a UI. I'm going to do it by using couple of ways. So this is by using a UI. And here you get a preview. Cool. You get a preview, a simple UI where you can even do a lot of things here. Like, can I rename the column names? Yes, you can rename the column names here. You can change that. For example, this is a title songs, something like that. Okay, I just wanted to show you. You can rename the column, and even you can change the data type as well. You can select it from integer, big int, boolean, date, time, decimal, and so on. Okay, but I guess the UI has detected the correct column headers and the data types. It's amazing. You can scroll horizontal and vertical, and by default, they are giving you this rescued column. You can do a lot of things here. Even you can like drop a columns here itself by saying this option, exclude this column. So when I'm doing a data ingestion, when I'm writing it to a bronze table, basically we call it as a data ingestion. So we can include this column, we can exclude this column, everything by using this UI. So I'll just exclude this rescue data column. I don't need that rescue data column. Rest everything looks fine for me. The column headers, the data types looks absolutely fine. I can I can do a couple of things here. I can review the quick uh, table schemas as well, like the column names and so on. You can change it from here quickly, or you can change it in the look at the horizontal view. Okay, simple. With few clicks, you can jump on to create a table, and a table is created in the bronze. No writing a SQL query, not to worry about the PySpark and everything. But there is a limitation because it's a UI, the size of the file is limited and so on. But if you want to do a quick analysis, if you want to do a quick things, definitely this UI will help you a lot. And now you can see, if I go to my table, there should be a Spotify songs UI table. You can look at the sample data. You can start querying this the way we do it for any SQL table. Okay, cool. It looks amazing. This is one way. But as I mentioned, most of the time, all your data is in your buckets like your S3 or your ADLS or your GCP, Google Cloud Storage. So how do we create a table from there? Like how to do a data ingestion? Okay. So there are again two ways now. Uh, One is by using a data frame style. Second is by using a SQL style. By using a read files table valued function, we can do it. So first I'll go to my notebook. I'll go to my workspace. Yeah, we discussed about the database objects. We discussed about catalog schema. Yes, I'm talking about the tables, how we can do the data ingestion. So what I'll do, I'll create a new notebook from here. I'll just hit on to new notebook and I'll just say I'm just doing a data ingestion. Okay, data ingestion. I'm talking about creating a table in bronze. Okay, in bronze, tables in bronze. Okay, now I'm working on only one table, but if we have couple of tables, how we can automate it, how we can create a parameters, we are going to see it in the coming videos. Okay, I'll go to my catalog. I'll open this bronze. Here we have volumes CSV files. This is my CSV file. I'll just pull out the path of that. By clicking on this arrow, you get a path. As I mentioned, I have uploaded manually in the volumes, but in real time, all your data sits in your cloud storage. Okay. Now, the first thing is by using PySpark way, I'll use a serverless, and you don't need to worry about your Spark session, creating a Spark session, and so on. It's simple. I'll just say Spark dot read dot. I'm creating a data frame. It's a Python syntax. I have to mention it as a person Python because I was using SQL previously. Now by default it is giving me a SQL, but I'll switch it to Python. Spark.read. I'm saying CSV file. Yes, this is a CSV file, and here I'm going to paste the path. This is my path. Okay, this is CSV. Okay, now whenever you are working on the CSVs, you need to provide a headers info schema option. We can do it in this way, or you can use a dot option and provide it. I'll also use info schema option so that I'll be getting a correct schemas. If you really have a huge data like GBs of data, we don't recommend using info schema. We create our own schemas. Okay, I'll try to run this. A data frame would be created with the correct column headers and the data types. Let us see that. If you want to do some transformation, so basically we're doing an ETL. This is extraction. You can see we have correct column headers and data types and so on. So unless and until you take an action, so this is a Spark's terminology. It's a lazy evaluated. The transformation is done, but to take an action you need to get a results, you need to take an action called dot display dot show and so on. So that is all about PySpark's lazy evaluation techniques, like how the Spark engine actually works and so on. But now I'm just sticking it to the data ingestion, how to create a table. That is my target. So I'll say df dot. Now I'm using write dot. Directly I'll use save as table. Save as table. I am whatever data frame I've created it, I'm just saving it. You can write it to a new cell, but I generally recommend writing it to the same. So I'll use a three-level namespace here: data master dot bronze dot Spotify songs, but this time by using PySpark API. Okay. Now I'll try to run this. So whatever the data frame we have created here, it just write it to a table. Now you should see there are some Spark jobs running in behind the scene because there is a action. There is a write action, and you can see write. There was an action. So Spark, by how many bytes got read, write, and so on. We will see these all when we are dealing with a huge amount of data, like when we go with terabytes and GBs of data, we'll look at the performance as well. Okay, so this is a simple way how we can use a PySpark to create a table. Remember, I have just done the data ingestion. I have not transformed anything. Okay, generally we do the transformation. We check whether the column headers are correct, the data types are correct. If there are some corrupt records, we'll try to eliminate those all. But here I have just made it as a simple. I'll go to my respective catalog, respective schemas, and here you should see a songs PySpark table. Cool. You can see a Spotify songs by PySpark way. Okay, I am showing you a couple of ways. You can choose any one of this. Okay, and the third one is by using a SQL style. Very simple. We have that function called read file functions. I'll be giving you the link as well. I'll copy this. I'll paste it somewhere here. And here we go. If you want to auto detect the data types and the schemas and the format, you can directly write it in this way. And you can see here it is your ABFSS, that is your Azure's driver, or you can use your S3 bucket path, and so on. Now we are dealing with a CSV files where we have a headers in our file. We have an headers. So I'll just use this syntax, select star from the read files. I'll copy this. I'll go back and paste it here. Okay. Read files. And this time it's not my S3. It's somewhere my volume path. I'll copy this, and people, those who are doing it in our community edition, you can choose a dbfs path, dbfs. So how to upload the files in dbfs, I'll make a separate video on that. So you can upload all your raw files in the dbfs and you get that path, and you can use the same syntax, but in your case it should be dbfs. And those who are practicing it on the premium account, like an express account or cloud account, you can use the volumes. Okay, so I will just run this now. I'll use select start from the read files table valued function, and we got this. Wow, amazing. You can see that. So we got all the records with all the column headers. We got one additional column also called as rescue data. So just in case if the table schema changes, the schema drifts, something happened in the source, you can also detect that by using a rescue data. Keeping a rescue data column in the bronze is a good practice, So if you want to do some transformation now before saving it to a table, yeah, we can do it. So I'll use a current timestamp function here. Current timestamp, it's one of the best practice to keep it like an audit column. So I'll just say current timestamp as ingestion date. Okay, ingestion date. So when this date was ingested, so I'll just keep a record of it. I should get a new column here. Cool, ingestion date. So this timestamp, we have added the date. So this looks good. Now I want to save it to a table. So once you get a SQL query, you can simply run a ctas statement. So ctas is create table as select. So by using this ctas statements, we can save it to a table. That's it. So I'll simply start writing a create table. I would say table name as Spotify, Spotify songs by using a SQL style, okay, as select statement. That's it. Okay, as. So create table name as select statement. That's it. But you need to be sure that your table saves into that particular catalog. My catalog name is data master and my schema name is bronze. That's it. Please make sure that you are saving it to the right schema. You can mention this in a bracket. It looks good now. I'll try to run this. Wow, a table is created now, and the table name is Spotify songs SQL. Let me run this, do a quick refresh, go back to the bronze, and oh, cool. We can see we got 3 tables now. So we created a table. So let me do a title here. Let me write it here. We can say creating a table, a data ingestion. Like when you are creating a table, there are a couple of ways. One is by using a UI, but make sure that your data is in the volume. If it's in the volume, then only you can use the UI method. The second is by using a PySpark DataFrame style, or you can use this SQL style, and that's by using a read files. So are these only 3 ways? No, there are other couple of ways as well. Like you can create a table, DDL command, create table with this schema and say insert all the records from this file path to the table. We can do it in other ways as well. But these are the few of the most commonly used. You can either go with PySpark, but people say that no, I need an expertise in Python, PySpark. I need to understand it, but SQL is simple for me. So for you, we have these read files. Very beautiful, very simple read file table valued function. We can use the path, and that's it. You can mention the format, and you got your table ready. So these are how we can create a table in Databricks. If you know any other method how we can ingest the data into the bronze, please let us know in the comment. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you like the content. So all the scripts are attached in the Git. The link is in the description. If you like the video, please hit on the like button, comment on it, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching again. Keep learning. See you in the next video. Bye bye.